Okay, so every student in the transition program has been identified as a student who needs special education services. All right, so I want to be really upfront with that so that we're all on the same page. We can all be transparent. We're all starting from the same place. Everybody here has had some kind of difficulty that they've had to overcome in school. Maybe they're still working through it. I assume that, the older we get, the further along in the process we are. So we're not all at the same stage, but we're all working through the same type of things. Okay, so if you are in the transition program, you're also going to be enrolled in a basic skills class once a day. This basic skills class is here so we can work on assignments and we can help get those assignments done. We're also going to work on transition skills so that you will be successful after you leave high school, whether that means you're going on to college, to a secondary school, if you're going to a trade school, or if you're jumping right into the career field. I want to help you get prepared so that you can be successful after you leave here. The last thing that we work on here are some remediation skills. Now, remediation means that it's skills that you may have missed out on throughout your educational career, or maybe you just need a little extra help. Fractions are usually a big thing where kids come up and they start algebra and they're like, I just don't get fractions and it makes me so frustrated. And so I want to help you with fractions. In algebra, they don't really have time to help you get those basics down. That's why in my class, I want to help you get those basics down, whether it's algebra or vocab. I'm here for that, okay? There's a couple things in basic skills that you need to know. We have 3 goals when you walk into this classroom. Goal number 1, we want to strengthen academic skills needed to be successful in core classes through a focus on understanding critical vocabulary, okay? That is a lot of words, I get that, but what it means is a lot of times students who have difficulties participating in class, getting frustrated in class, they don't have the vocabulary. They're having a hard time understanding what's going on. I want to give you that baseline academic vocabulary so you can easily translate what all your teachers are saying, okay? So that you're not sitting there thinking, they're talking about a variable and they're talking like everybody knows what that is, and I don't know, and now I'm getting frustrated and I'm missing what they're talking about overall because I'm focusing on this word variable. If we can get that word variable just cemented into your brain and you have an idea of what that is, you'll be able to grasp the concepts that they're talking about better. Rule number 2 that we need to focus on: develop targeted academic and transition skills through dynamic activities. Okay, so again, a lot of academic words there. What I want is for you to be able to go out and have these specific skills that you need to function in society, to work with others in a work setting, okay, or to go on to college and be successful there. An example of that would be the ability to communicate with each other. Okay, we're going to sit down, we're going to have conversations as a class where we're going to talk about some pretty difficult subjects. Some subjects that we might, or we definitely will not all agree on. But guess what? That is good for you. That's an academic thing that we need to do so that you can grow as a person. I'm still growing as a person when it comes to this, okay? It's not always easy to talk to people when we disagree about things, but that is a skill that you have to have if you're going to be successful after graduation. And then the last thing, our last rule is rule number 3: foster social and emotional growth through honest and respectful discussions with peers and staff. Again, we want to work on being able to control our emotions, okay, to be able to develop those social relationships, even if it's a person that you don't necessarily like being around all the time. Guess what? I don't like every single person I work with. Not every single teacher in this school is my best friend, but I have to be able to work with them. If you're in one of their classes, I have to be able to go in and have a professional conversation because you're counting on that. Okay, I can't let you down by letting my personal feelings for a person get in the way of my professional duty. The last thing I wanted to lay out is what you should expect on a weekly basis. Because this class is about you, I don't want you to worry about what we're going to be doing on a daily basis in here. So it's going to be a lot of the same things, but we're going to be working on different content in the same structure. So on Mondays, we have vocab that we're going to introduce, and you're going to complete a worksheet that it's going to be the same worksheet every week. It's only going to take you about 15 minutes to complete, but it's to develop those vocab words that will help you throughout your academic and adult life. On Tuesday, we're going to go through a slideshow where I kind of pull in some of my passions, some pop culture, some movies. We're gonna use that to explore those vocab words even more. Again, only 10 or 15 minutes. Then we're going to work on your assignments, checking in with you throughout the day to make sure you're doing well. Wednesdays and Thursdays are reserved for special activities that we're going to do. So that might be some kind of big assignment that you use using WeVideo, which I'm using right now, or it might be something like we'll read a challenging article together and we'll discuss that. Or it might be a transition activity where you look into possible jobs or future placements for you. And then finally on Friday, you're going to have a journal that you complete. This journal will have a prompt. You'll give a description of the 4 words to see how well that you learn those words throughout the week. And then you're just going to tell me one thing that you learned this week. And it might be something like, I don't know, the record temperature in Bloomington, Indiana on this day. Or it could be something like, I learned this trick on the scooter down at the skate park. Whatever it is, I just want to know that you're learning. That's completely up to you. So you have that every single week. You'll be responsible for getting that done. If you miss class, you'll know exactly what you'll have to get done to get caught back up. But again, I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to surprise you. I want your honesty. I want your truth. I want you to talk to me so that we can have good conversations and grow as a group and as an individual.